Good morning, Pittsburgh. I'm your host, Alex Groves.
And I'm Jess PATERCHAK. Thanks for joining our spooktacular episode of Daybreak.
This morning's top stories start irresistible stories.
Unbelievable puns written by a pun king.
Wake up, witches, because here comes Daybreak.
Happy Halloween.
Start your morning with us. Only on Daybreak.
Well, the weather's got cold, but we got
Yeah.
one warm day.
A little. I don't know.
Good for Halloween, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, we got Don Lemon over here, all the way from Atlanta to give us the spooky weather. What do we have in store?
That's right, Jess and Alex. I flew in here all the way from Atlanta from the CNN headquarters to make sure that you guys had your Halloween weather on deck. Here Friday, we have a high of 71 degrees and a low of 52. We have some sunshine, partly cloudy, but hey, I think that works, creeping back up into the 70s. Saturday, we have slight showers with a high of 58 degrees, temperatures taking a little drop here, and a plunging down a little bit actually into 39 degrees for your low. Here on Sunday, partly cloudy, again 49 degrees for your high, 39 degrees for your lowest temperature on Sunday. Moving on over here to Monday to start your week off, it is partly sunny, high of 74. We're creeping back up into the 70s yet again with a low of 60. So you won't need to have your parkas out or anything for this day. But the next day you might want to break out a jean jacket. We have a high of 51 degrees here for your trick-or-treating on Tuesday, which is Halloween, with an ironic low of 31. For your low. Here Wednesday, we have clouds again going up to 52 degrees, staying in that 50-degree range with a low of 34 and up to 55 for your high on Thursday with a low of 43. That's all I have for your spooktacular weather. Back to you guys at the couch.
Thanks, Don Lemon.
I know, right?
It's pretty good.
It is. We'll see how it transitions, huh?
Yeah, I guess fall is finally here.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, here's City and Campus News. Now, following our interview with Zach Brandner last week, we have updates regarding the investigation of Matthew Darby in the murder of Alina Shaykhett. On Tuesday, Darby pleaded guilty to charges faced in loitering and tampering with false information. During his whereabouts in South Carolina, according to KDKA, the magistrate sentenced him to time served for those charges. Now Darby will be extradited to Pittsburgh as soon as November 3rd for facing murder charges, while also facing 2 counts of rape charges for victims in Elizabeth Township and Indiana County. With the bearings of this investigation, Shaykhett's parents have hired an attorney for attempting to adjust Pennsylvania's Protection from Abuse Order, or PFA. The proposed alterations include, quote, a GPS monitoring device for those who seem to be a serious threat, end quote. Shaykhett's parents and their legal counsel will be at the public hearing where this proposal will be made to answer questions and give a statement. Fundraising and petition efforts have followed in hopes that if these adjustments are made to Pennsylvania Senate Bill 196, it will be named Alina's Law. We will continue to bring you updates on this ongoing investigation.
Our partner show, Point News, got the scoop on how to spend Halloween this year on a tight budget. Reporter Samir Nefzi has the story.
For some, a trip to a haunted attraction is a date night or a time to hang out with friends. These attractions are most popular with college students. College students might think it's too expensive to get a good scare.
You have to get, bang for your buck. That's essentially what every college student looks for, especially something that's $20. If it was $5, it wouldn't be a big deal.
But we decided to look around to find the best attraction if you're on a budget. After searching, we found that Pittsburgh has 2 top haunted attractions in the United States, Scare House and Phantom Fright Nights, hosted by Kennywood. First on our stop, we stopped by Scare House. This hot spot is located in a building that dates over 100 years old. Buying a ticket, you buy admission to 3 different attractions: the Sunset Lodge, Nocturnia 3D, and Infernal.
The haunted house, we have the freedom to create our own content. We can be as crazy. We try some silly things, and it doesn't always work, but there's always that nice freedom of being able to try new things and do something fun and exciting.
And that's all for the affordable price of around $15 on their student nights, which take place on Thursday and Sunday nights. That's a hefty saving from the original price that can cost you upwards of $20. With an average walk time of 20 to 25 minutes, it feels like you're living your worst nightmare. Now switching from Scarehouse to Phantom Fright Nights at Kennywood. Kennywood is known as being one of the best and oldest American amusement parks. But at nighttime, it seems that the ghouls of Phantom Fright Night are in full swing.
Phantom Fright Nights is a whole new experience, completely different from what people are used to. In addition to the haunted houses, we've added for this year a new escape room called Raina's Trap.
And that's all for the affordable price of $16.99 on select student nights. So, my friends and I decided to see if we can make it out of Raina's Trap in 15 minutes. After you and a small group enter the escape room, you have 15 minutes to figure out, using the clues, how to escape. Unfortunately, my team did not make it out. It's time for you to attend these top attractions. Samir Nafsi.
That was fun.
Yeah, I know. Definitely
Maybe I'll hit that up, this weekend coming up. I want to go somewhere, get all spooky, spoopy, who knows?
Yeah.
Well, there's what's happening around your city and campus.
After the break, something from the Steelers gets stolen, and it wasn't an interception.
And secret documents now available to the public.
Don't be a basic witch. Stay tuned to Daybreak.
What would you do to create something that could survive 1,000 years? You'd start with a formula, head to the lab, and forge it with fire. Just imagine everything it could do. It could leak pollutants into the soil and water, or it could conserve energy, cut CO2 emissions, and reduce raw material. Recycling is more than cutting waste. Recycling is about the legacy you want to leave. Why on earth would you want to do anything else? Recycle. Don't throw away our chance at survival.
Good evening and welcome to Newsnight. I'm Josh Krupp alongside JESS PATERCHAK. Tonight we begin with...
The mayor is continuing to deal with the challenges the city is facing.
But tomorrow we have just a little bit of cloudiness. We have
off throughout the day with some strong wind gusts. That's going to continue tomorrow. 20
teams have already started talking to free agents. Saturday's partly cloudy, but 70 degrees? Where is the pool at? I mean, come on.
You might have already burned your bracket, ripped it up.
I am Royce Jones.
And I'm Casey Houlihan.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. That's your news tonight for JESS.
UView Television is live here at the Center for Media Innovation with a very exclusive interview with Point Park's Black Diamond, our school mascot. We're taking questions on our social media at UView Television.
Our first question came in from @PointParkU Black Diamond. They want to know, what is one thing you love about Point Park?
UView.
I knew it.
UView's the best.
It is. All right, Alex, you want to read our next question?
Okay, we have another question from Point Park Cab. They're asking, when is the next time you're going to make a surprise appearance at their next event?
He's being coy. Looks like we're going to have to show up.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see.
All right, that's all we have for right now, but you can submit your own questions at UView Television, and we might read one of yours after the break.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Megan Masiosi, and here's your sports news. Who dey gonna beat next? Yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Cincinnati Bengals this past Sunday, 29-14, to remain undefeated in the AFC North. The Steelers moved to 5-2 overall and will travel to Michigan to take on the Detroit Lions at 8:30 p.m. on Sunday. As great as the Steelers have been on the field, it's off the field where they are facing problems. Per NFL.com, wide receiver Martavis Bryant wants more snaps, and if he doesn't get them, then he wants out of Pittsburgh. This statement came after the Bengals game where rookie wide receiver Juju Schuster-Smith saw more snaps and more touches than Bryant. Quarterback Ben Roethlisberger simply said he and Bryant need to communicate better, and then he will throw him the ball. Aside from the Killer Bees drama, one of the Steelers lost something near and dear to his heart. Schuster-Smith noticed his bike was missing Tuesday morning when he was headed to practice. He put a video of himself walking to the Steelers facility saying, quote, "Man, somebody stole my bike. I ain't got a bike no more. I'm walking to practice. This is crazy," end quote. The Steelers rallied around Schuster-Smith, putting pictures on Twitter begging the suspect to return his bike, and even offering 2 tickets to Sunday's game if the bike was returned. A man from Mount Oliver saw the photos and realized he had bought Juju's bike from someone off the street. He immediately handed it over to authorities, and Schuster Smith was reunited with his bike Wednesday afternoon.
Martavis Bryant, now, where do you see his future going here with the Steelers?
Right, I don't see it going very well. I know a lot of Steelers fans aren't happy with him, especially those comments he made about Juju on Instagram. And as a matter of fact, for those comments, Mike Tomlin has benched him for this game against the Lions on Sunday. So I think his time's pretty limited here. But that's it for sports. Let's head over to Daybreak News Desk with Nick Tomarello. Nick, what do we need to know in national news?
Thanks, Megan. In a statement delivered from the Senate floor on Tuesday, Republican Senator Jeff Flake joined Senator Bob Corker, announcing that he will not be seeking re-election in 2018. According to a transcript of the speech from the New York Times, Senator Flake stated, quote, "I'm aware that there's a segment of my party that believes that anything short of complete and unquestioning loyalty to a president who belongs to my party is unacceptable and suspect. If I have been critical, it is not because I relish criticizing the behavior of the President of the United States." He continued to say, quote, "If I have been critical, it is because I believe it is my obligation to do so. And as a matter and duty of conscience, the notion that one should stay silent, and as the norms and values that keep America strong are undermined, and as the alliances and agreements that ensure the stability of the entire world are routinely threatened by the level of thought that goes into 140 characters, the notion that we should say or do nothing in the face of such mercurial behavior is ahistoric and, I believe, profoundly misguided." End quote. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said that both Flake and Corker's comments were petty and suggested that they were retiring because they could not win re-election. Sanders said, quote, "The voters of these individual senators' states are speaking in pretty loud volumes. I think that they were not likely to be reelected, and I think that shows that the support is more behind this president than it is those two individuals," end quote. Democrats did not accept that Republicans are pure again because two GOP senators spoke out against Trump. In a statement, the Democratic National Committee Chairman Tom Perez said, quote, "Unfortunately, Republicans in Congress remain in lockstep with the Trump agenda and silent in the face of the president's disgraceful behavior," end quote. In other news, according to a report by CNN, a senior North Korean official issued a warning to the world that it should take his country's threat to test a nuclear weapon over the Pacific Ocean, quote, "literally," and that North Korea, quote, "has always brought its words into action," end quote. And finally, tens of thousands of previously classified records from President John F. Kennedy's assassination were planned to be made public on Thursday. President Trump tweeted on Wednesday saying, quote, "The long-anticipated release of the hashtag JFK files will take place tomorrow. So interesting," end quote. According to the Associated Press, the collection includes more than 3,100 documents comprising hundreds of thousands of pages that have never been seen by the public. Well, Jess and Alex, as of recording this episode, the documents have not been released yet, but I bet you two are intrigued to see what they say, just like I am.
Nick, what do you think these files are going to entail once we find out what they are?
You know, there hasn't been any specifics. If you're looking for a bombshell, according to most reports, there isn't going to be any. A lot of conspiracy theorists are excited to look into it, but any big bombshell news, it's nothing that we specifically don't already know. It's more of just more information to what we have gathered previously in the past. Well, that's all for national news. I'll give it back to our two fantastic hosts over at the couch.
Thanks, Nick. After the break, what national event will you be able to view in VR soon?
And which celebrity couples are back together?
Leaving now would be a grave mistake because we're having a good time here on Daybreak.
I shouldn't have to pay to walk down the street. Pay with my comfort, my freedom, my peace. Always on guard, on edge, off limits. Don't follow me, don't touch me, don't treat me like I'm yours. I don't need your whistles, your comments, your eyes. I already know I'm a prize. My confidence isn't for sale. Respect me, don't inspect me.
And when people ask us who can join UView, the answer really is anybody, and we mean anybody. Any major, any experience level. Some people, have a lot of experience coming out of high school, and others don't know how to really sit on a couch properly, and that's okay. We're here just to give you the chance to learn and have fun and prepare yourself for the real world. College, after all, it's all about trying new things.
Good morning. I'm KEERA FRYE, and here's your tech news. Amazon announced that it will be offering a new service that will allow packages to not only be delivered to your doorstep, but inside your home. This service, called Amazon Key, will use an app, smart lock, and a camera to make this possible. A delivery driver will request access to the customer's home, and then Amazon will check that it's the correct driver, address, and time. The customer will then receive a notification of the delivery via the app. After verification and they are notified, a camera will begin recording and the door will be unlocked for the driver. Additional features of Amazon Key include the ability to grant family and friends keyless access to your home for various lengths of time. According to a press release, the Amazon Key service will be available starting November 8th in 37 cities across the United States, including Pittsburgh. Also in tech news, the first live virtual reality broadcast of the Olympic Games will happen this February. Intel has signed a $400 million multi-year deal with the International Olympic Committee to integrate technology into multiple aspects of the Olympic Games. Intel's 360 Replay 3D technology will provide viewers with the choice of multiple viewpoints during the Games. It is expected that this technology will add even more excitement to the upcoming Olympic Games. There's your timely tech news. Let's see who's in the entertainment spotlight now with MARLEE PINCHOK. MARLEE?
Thanks, KEERA. America's most iconic and fabulous family, the Kardashians, just recently re-signed with the E! Network to produce 5 more seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. According to TMZ, the Kardashians are earning $30 million per season, totaling $150 million. Not only has this deal been upgraded by $10 million per season, but E! News also agrees to cover all services provided by the family. Between Scott Disick's excessive dating record, low-key pregnancies, and the family's intense drama-infested lives, you will definitely not want to miss these next 5 seasons. In other news, Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth are officially back together. Miley's initial voice to this exciting news was through her lyrics in her song Malibu. According to Billboard, quote, calling the beach tune unlike anything she has recorded before, Malibu was a love ballad for Hemsworth. Cyrus felt that this was the perfect way to not only express their relationship status, but also to assure Liam of her rekindled feelings for him. Speaking of relationships improving, the dreaded day for all Full House fans has finally come. John Stamos, or Uncle Jesse, is finally going to be a married man. According to E! News, Stamos proposed on Sunday to his girlfriend, Caitlin McHugh, in Disneyland. Being the romantic sweetheart he is, John created a video including a variety of Disney's most romantic movie moments. John told E! News, quote, The film concluded with Sebastian from The Little Mermaid encouraging John to just ask the girl. Caitlin said yes. Although this hunk is officially off the market, congratulations to the happy couple and may they share a wonderful life together. That's the top story in the entertainment world this week. I'm reporting for Daybreak, Marley Pinchok. Back to the couch with Alex and Jess.
So we're gonna play some Halloween Guess Who.
Yeah, guess who?
Guess who? And people will get spooky treats if they win.
So stay tuned, coming up after the break.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Does not matter if I'm short or tall. If I have skinny legs or my hips are wide. It only matters who I am inside.
Blue eyes, brown eyes, black or green, what makes me most beautiful cannot be seen. When you look at me, don't judge me by my parts.
The most beautiful thing about me is my heart.
Good evening and welcome to Newsnight. I'm Josh Troop alongside Jess PATERCHAK.
Take a look at the 5-day forecast.
You might have already burned your bracket, ripped it up, or put it through a paper shredder by now.
British Prime Minister Theresa May officially triggered Article 50 on Tuesday.
The World Baseball Classic has concluded with Team USA winning its first title in 4 WBC tournaments.
And that is your news tonight. With Royce Jones, I'm Danis Marrero. Have a great night.
Guess who we have here on Daybreak? Play a fun game.
Yes.
We're joined by Don Lemon,
Yes.
Miss Nurse, and it's me and Jess as fun sports players.
That's right.
And we're gonna guess what's on our heads without trying to look at the TV right over there that we can, see. So
I thought about that. I actually already looked, but trust me, you
I don't
can't
have
see
contact
it.
sense, I can't see.
You're our guest, so Don Lemon over here.
Yes.
Yeah, you go first.
Go first.
Okay, so can you just tell me how I play this real quick? What am I supposed to do?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
What we're gonna do is basically we'll give you words and you have to guess what's on your head.
Okay.
And the winner at the end gets some candy.
Okay.
Spooky treats.
Okay. Spooky treats. All right. So you're gonna guess what I have to guess what I am?
Well, yeah, we
we'll
know
give
what
you
you
words.
are.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, give me some
Song.
words. Song.
Movie.
Okay.
Spooky.
It.
That's not it.
No. Candy. This can be a candy.
What?
All women were in this film the second time.
It's a movie still.
Monsters.
Oh my goodness. I need some more. Can I have some better details?
Oh Lord.
Death, like your
Hunting.
soul.
Hunting?
They creep around.
Witches.
Ask questions. Yeah, he's supposed to ask the question.
Oh.
Okay. So so we're talking about witches. We're talking about. I mean, is it? Can you? I don't know.
It's more like I want to say ghouls.
Monster High.
No.
Okay, no, sorry, no, Monster High. Okay. Is it? So what would I? So it's witches. How many? When did it come out? When did it come out?
The movie? Well, there was one, what, like last year
Yeah,
with...
it's like all women instead of men.
Yeah, with Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
And what's her face, the lady on SNL?
Yeah,
Oh, the one from
well,
Bridesmaids, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, that was Melissa McCarthy, but...
Well, no.
Or
And
not
the other one.
The
blonde one, right?
I'm a Zombie Bride.
No.
You're a movie.
I don't know. Can I forfeit?
If you forfeit, you can't get candy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is getting really, really tough. Okay, so it came out. There were all girls last time.
Well, no, there's girls the second
There's
time
all girls
around.
the second time around.
First
There
time
was
around
the
was
first
like, what,
one.
like 1970s, 80s?
I feel like I should know this. I do feel like I should know this.
Yeah, you really should.
All right.
Okay.
There's like a thematic question that is always like posed with this group.
Yeah.
Oh, Ghostbusters!
Yeah!
Okay, Ghostbusters. Woo! Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take me one of these Hershey Kisses.
Okay.
Ghostbusters. Okay.
Okay. So, can I be a movie?
I don't know.
Like, was this a movie?
I think it'd be a character in a movie.
Okay.
You always hold something.
Oh.
People ride it.
A horse? Okay, so I'm like a horse. Like a,
You're getting
a
close.
headless horseman.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Our nurse is good. Oh my. Okay, so is mine a movie character or?
Yes, from not Jello, but Flubber. Have you seen the movie Flubber with Robin Williams? Yeah. Well, what was he?
Oh Lord.
Well, if you were so here's something. If you were Dr. Jekyll, you might be something.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah. What do you think that his occupation was?
He was a doctor, but.
You can major in this, in part of this.
Like the forensics.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean, that's like a
you're
part
onto
of
it.
this, yeah.
All right.
You have,
What do we
okay,
got?
there's 2 bachelors that you can have. A bachelor's in art and a bachelor's in...
Science.
Okay.
So, what, forensic science?
Okay,
No,
we're thinking science,
but
but
like
it's
Halloween.
Halloween, so obviously you have to be...
Oh God,
What if somebody drove past you and hit you with a puddle of water? What would you be?
What?
How would you feel? How would you feel, Jess?
Angry.
Yeah, okay,
Or-
but like another word.
A synonym
Albert
for
Einstein
angry.
on Halloween.
Yes.
What?
What is he?
What is he on Halloween?
Yeah.
Well, like what is
Well,
he?
yeah, what
like
is
what was
he?
he?
Crazy.
Yes, but
Yeah.
okay, but what's another synonym for that? Like he was
insane.
Okay.
Yeah, but like
Think
like smaller terms, like not
The
intellectual.
guy who
terms.
put Frankenstein together. He was
Okay, the character on Alice in Wonderland was...
What?
He wore hats?
Mad Hatter?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so,
So
he's
you're mad.
Yes, and then what was the last major? Like put them
Mad.
together.
Mad scientist.
Yes! Okay.
There you go.
I need to take a bite of this after I
I'm gonna guess this. I don't know what the hell.
Have you seen Billy and Mandy? This was their friend.
Grim Reaper?
Yes! Wow.
Oh my God.
If I would have known, that was good. Wow.
So I guess we all won. Thanks for joining. Some of us got it quicker than others.
Hey, just because you got it the first try. Well, that's all right. I'm just happy I got my candy.
That's all right. Me and Don Lemon will take the L.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's all the news you need. I'm your host, Jess PATERCHAK.
And I'm Alex Grubbs, creeping it real here, hoping your news is good news.